Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. All right. Now, this is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch, and this is going to be a fairly brief video based upon this article that you see here on the screen, and also based upon a animated video that this particular article reminded me of, when I came across it. Now, as you can see here, it says the Pentagon is moving towards letting AI weapons autonomously decide to kill humans. All right. Now, this is dated November 22nd, 2023. And as we can see, things are ramping up concerning, how terrible the stage is being set to really, wage war, upon the people and those that do not bow down to the New World Order system that is being developed, formulated and implemented, in your everyday lives as the days, weeks, and months go by. All right. And this just shows you how dreadful the state of affairs is going to be, for everyday life, for those that don't bow down, to the beast system. All right. Now it says here, the deployment of AI-controlled drones that can make autonomous decisions about whether to kill human targets is moving closer to reality, the New York Times reported. Lethal autonomous weapons that can select targets using AI are being developed by countries including the US, China, and Israel. The use of the so-called killer robots would mark a disturbing development, say critics, handing life and death battlefield decisions to machines with no human input. All right. And a lot of industries are utilizing, this whole AI technology in order to take over, particular processes. All right. And this is definitely something that's going to become more and more, prevalent, in the days to come. Because you even have over here in the UK, I came across an article a few weeks ago. They were saying how AI, is making the decisions on who can receive, particular benefits and who can't. Many of those, very important decisions are actually being made by AI technology and not humans. So now what you're having is, people being kicked off of, receiving particular benefits. They might be disabled, but all of a sudden, AI is telling them that they can work and they're fit to work. When a person might be bound to a wheelchair, they might be bed bound, but all of a sudden the AI is coming along, cutting off their funds and telling them that they're actually fit to work. This is what AI is doing. Now, AI is also taking, jobs. You have AI books that are out there that are written by artificial intelligence, but you wouldn't even know. All right, because they're using, information compiled from the Internet of Things to compile a story, compelling story, to the point where if you was to read it, you wouldn't even know that AI writ that particular book. All right. So all of this information is out there on how AI is taking over. And what they're also doing with this whole AI thing is you're giving responsibility, all right, to a computer, all right? So, the responsibility is not necessarily, going to go back to them when people are taken out by artificial intelligence. You can just blame it on the machine, all right? So there's also an element of that scenario that plays into it too. So this devil knows what he's doing, all right? The scriptures say that we are not ignorant to Satan's devices, all right, his evil schemes. When you go into the NLT, it says evil schemes, okay? And we are not ignorant. We know what this devil is planning. We know what he's doing, okay? But this particular article, all right, concerning, these killer drones and killer robots, so on and so forth, it reminded me of this video called Beyond the Reset. All right. Now I believe this got released about a year ago, around 8-9 months ago. And I remember coming across it. And it's basically an animated short film showing you, life on a basically in a concentration camp. All right. And it follows this animated character that you have on the screen, in his particular, in his particular pod, and how his life is. And it just shows you how he's basically in captivity. All right. But there's a few scenes that I want to focus on in this video. And in one of the scenes, you're actually going to see him get shot by a drone. So that's of no coincidence, all right, that he was shot by a drone while on this camp, because that's how they're going to regulate people. You're going to have these drones, all right, that's going to be flying around regulating people. They already showed you in China, during the height of the C-19, how they had them, robot dogs, running up on people and telling them to get inside their house. All right, so this is already here. All right, but I just want to show this example because it really goes into a lot of different factors that I want to speak on as well. All right, so without further delay, let me just play it from the beginning, and then I'll, skip around onto the other bits that I want to show as well. Let me rewind that. So as you can see here, it says not too distant future, all right, which is true, because these camps, best believe, all right, that these camps are already set up, all right, they're already set up. You have various different land, throughout the four corners of the globe where they have already set up, concentration camps where they plan, to hold people at, all right, and they can accuse you of being, a carrier of a particular plague or virus, so on and so forth. And then they can, section you off to one of these camps. All right. And they can hold you, all right, without letting no one know, without notifying, your family, so on and so forth. And they can hold you there, all right, till they deem fit, to release you or not. And you can see the drones flying around. This is a quarantine facility in North American prairies. Priories. They show you, how it's being patrolled. And these are all the different blocks, all right? And remember, you have all of these abandoned buildings, huge buildings, all right, that is empty, huge warehouses that are just empty, that can be used for this purpose. You have your waste disposal bins. You don't have to leave. You don't have to leave the actual facility where you can't leave, and then you have these drones, taking out your waste. That's how it's gonna be. These things are already set up. Best believe that these things are already set up, man. So you people don't understand what's going on out here, man. You remember they say that their slogan is "you own nothing and you will be happy." All right, so he has a fridge, he has a bed, he has a desk. Okay, he has his ability to cook all in one room. It's basically a little studio pod. So this is what they mean when they say you will own nothing and you will be happy. All right, you will just be receiving a UBI, a universal basic income. All right, and that's what you'll be living off of. Okay, but you'll be a slave. you'll be a slave to the wicked elite on the left-hand side. All right? That's what they're planning.
Go ahead, check me. However,
These stupid ass adverts, man. Salakia. Let's wait for these to play through. I should have known that would pop up. We're gonna get straight to the point anyway. Alright. So I wanna skip now to 226. So you know what? I'm gonna put the link to this video in the description box, because it is a very edifying video to watch in general. All right, so this is the part where he actually gets shot by the drone. All right. So the drone has identified him. All right, you can see his name is Bruce, 38. And what does it have there on the left? It has his social credit score. And his social credit score is 2.3, which is probably why he's in a concentration camp, man. You know, because that's a very low social credit score. You know, so that's probably, you know, if you were on a certain level, this is probably where you would dwell, in these camps. You know, so he's got his coffee, but watch what happens.
We are bringing to you today's most important news from around the world. Despite all the extraordinary efforts, the government and health system workers are still struggling to bend the curve of...
And you have your programmed, news that's going to be fed to you. All right? That's going to be the programmed news that's going to be fed to you, man. You're not going to be able to, source your own news and, read articles, depending on, what you're into. Everything is going to be fed to you. All right, all these narratives are going to be fed into your mind, so you just become, a slave of the system. What you believe is going to be according to what they allow you to believe. All right, and that's the full control. Now let me go to 6 minutes, so I think that might be the bit I was talking about. All right, I think this is the bit. All right, Salakia. All right, so basically, check out what happens. All right, so he was shot by the drone because his mask wasn't covering his nose. All right, and I remember at the height of the C-19, I was in a shopping center out here in the UK, and wearing those masks was hell. But there was one point, I just used to put it, beneath the nose. And I was in the shopping center and I had a security guard run up on me. Yo, cover, you cover your nose, Make sure the mask is covering your nose or you gonna leave. That's how it was. That's how it was out here, man. They were running up on people, and anyone that didn't have it covering their nose, they would run up on you and they would tell you gotta leave. So he got zapped by this drone for not covering his nose with the actual mask, man. All right, so check out this video. I'm going to put it in the description box, but let's get to the scriptures, man. Now, right quick, this is Ezekiel chapter 21 and verse 9, and it reads, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter, it is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contempteth the rod of my son as every tree. All right, so a sword is sharpened, man. All right, this draconian way of living and these harsh laws and the persecution, all right, is being sharpened by the wicked elite on the left-hand side right now, all right? People will be taken out by these, these droids, all right? They will be using, particular technology to take people out, especially in the height, riots and uproars of the people. You're going to have a lot of drones out there that's going to be just taking people out. Drones that you're not going to be able to fight against, man. Okay? That's what's going to be happening. You just had in Dublin, you got riots, and you got, things taking place over in Dublin, all right, in Ireland, because you had, I believe it was 3 children that were basically stabbed, if I'm not mistaken, by, as they're saying, by an immigrant. All right, which they've been flooding in, them immigrants, all over the place, man. All right, and that's causing, more contentions and more uproars of the people and more, battle of the races, all right, so to speak. All right, because people are angry that all of a sudden you have these so-called immigrants basically, being offered, all of this housing and so on and so forth. So there's a lot going on right now, man. And these drones are going to play a part in regulating the people and persecuting the people and, taking people out in the midst of riots. All right. So the sword is being sharpened, man. All right. Now let's get out. Let me get out 2nd Ezra 16. And then we'll close out. Now this is 2nd Ezra 16. And we'll start from verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. All right. So like how we saw in this video, you had this guy, Bruce. You had this guy, Bruce, that was basically in this camp. This is actually going to be a reality. This is going to be a reality, all right, where you're going to have men of the Lord that are going to be in camps. All right. You're going to have people that are in camps. And that's going to be a trial of our faith. All right, that's going to be a trial of our faith being in them certain scenarios. All right, but Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to be with his elect no matter what situation that we find ourselves in, man. But that's the reality. Don't think that these, animated series and stuff of this nature is a joke. That's actually going to be manifested upon the earth. All right, as the scriptures say, their tongue shall fall upon themselves. All right, they show you in their movies. They show you in, their TV series how things are going to play out. All right, so again, it says, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. Now, again, like I quoted in my last lesson, the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we're going to have victory over the beast, over his mark, and over his image. All right, so the elect are not going to bow down and compromise themselves to the workings of Esau Edom. All right, to the system of Esau Edom. The elect are going to have victory over that, man. The elect are going to stay true to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and in doing so are going to be delivered in these last days. All right, verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Yep. So people are going to be taken out of their homes. Your possessions are going to be taken away. All right. And then you're going to be put in these camps. Okay. And that's when they're going to, plead with you, to take their technology, to take their MOTB system, because Esau doesn't want anyone on the grid. All right. That doesn't have, that incision, in their body with the MOTB. All right. If you ain't down with his system, he wants you out of his system. He wants you, off of the earth, basically, man. All right. That's what this is all about. It's about full control. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. So you're going to know who the chosen are of Yahweh Shem Yahushai when you see that the elect are not taking that device and not compromising to the beast system. That's when you're going to know who the elect are of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because you're going to have a lot of these Israelite congregations out there that are going to take the C-hip. All right, you're going to have people in Nate's congregation that are going to take the C-hip. Why? Because they haven't been warned about the ramifications of taking that device. Okay, they've been told smooth things. They've been told that you're probably going to be telling your congregation it's okay to take, and the Lord is still dealing with you. That's the next, vibration that these camps are going to be spewing out there, that you can just take the device, but the Lord's still dealing with you. They've already said that, man. All right? They've already alluded to that. Some of them say, okay, well, I'm not going to take it anyway, even though I don't believe it's the C-hip. But some of them will straight going to just come out and say, look, man, if you take it, you're good. Take it, sustain yourself. Okay? You had Yohana, he basically told his congregation to take the shot. All right? Because you got to eat. So that's the same spirit that they're going to have when the MOTB is manifested upon the earth. Take it because you got to eat. You got to live. They're going to see it as, they're going to look at us like we crazy for not taking it. Look at these guys. They're living off the grid. These guys are crazy. They didn't take it. Look how they're, look. No, but the Lord is going to be, supporting us during that time, man. All right. But you guys don't have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying, man. And until the next time, I'll say shalom.